Hello everyone, DJ Aiden here, and today I want to give my last second thoughts on the Ruin DLC until, well, the DLC releases on July. If you somehow have no clue what I'm talking about when I say the Ruin DLC, well, let me explain. Back in 2022, Steel Studios have announced that they would be working on a DLC for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Months of silence later, and on October, they stated that, hey, we want to make this DLC more dreadful, and I think we did a good job on it. And then, months later of nothing, the Security Breach TV website came back, but in a different form. A few days later after that, we just got a random drop of the trailer. And let's just say everyone went nuts, and here we are. That's about the rundown of things. Now that we got that out of the way, let me state my concerns and excitement and what I want for this DLC. Alright, let's just get the negatives out of the way, because I know y'all don't really want the video to end on a negative note, or at least the majority of y'all probably wouldn't. But I don't know, maybe you do want it to end on a negative note. That'd be pretty sad. Let's start off with number one, and I think we all know what it is. The bugs, the glitches, all of that nasty stuff. Now, I'm sure y'all are gonna be like, oh, the bugs? I wouldn't worry about the bugs. Steel will learn their lesson from Security Breach. They know better. I'm gonna have to say, I respectfully disagree. I don't really see any signs of them stopping with the horrendous bugs. It's been a thing since Help Wanted. Funtime Freddy was bugged as hell to the point he would stand frozen, like he got frozen in a freaking freezer in Security Breach. Dear God, that shit's unacceptable. There's no excuse for it. Okay, I'm getting off track, but what I'm saying is that they have a bad track record, okay? And I don't have faith in them when it comes to fixing bugs or making the game stable. So, sorry Steelwool, unless you can prove it to me that you can make a non-buggy game, I don't really have faith. Now for my second concern, the AIs. Now, I'm sure y'all are going to be confused on what I mean by that, and let me explain. I have a lot of hours in Security Breach, and I would know how effed up these AIs are. Let me talk about Chica, okay? Chica will teleport if you go too far away from her. Like, I have a specific clip, but I can't find it for the life of me. I see Shadow Chica, right, in like the lobby. She runs at me, and she teleports behind me. Like, who the hell are you, Shadow the Hedgehog? I'm the ultimate life form. No, you're not the ultimate life form. You're a goddamn robot chicken. You shouldn't be teleporting. Why must you forsaken me with these AI, Steelwool? Basically what I'm saying is, Steelwool, for the love of God, please fix the AIs and Ruin. I'm on my knees. I don't want Chica to be Shadow the Hedgehog again. No more. Now, for my final concern, the lack of Vanny. Now, I will say, in Seal's defense, we don't know for sure that Vanny won't appear, and they could be keeping her a surprise. I will give them that benefit. But I don't have faith in Steel when it comes to Vanny time. They barely use her in Security Breach. She has no presence. Like where was she in the Burn Trap ending, huh? Was she just sitting down in an office chair, smoking a cigarette, going, are you having fun yet? Because I'm sure she was. Still, if you're gonna add Vanny to the Ruin DLC, I better see her a lot. I better see her say some shit that is not, are you having fun yet? There you are. See you soon. There you are. I don't want to hear any of that. I want to hear her speak a full sentence, okay? I want to see my girl Vanny. I want her to be a badass rabbit killer. Well, if you heard all my complaints, well, congratulations. Well, sorry guys, I was gonna say, oh, congratulations for having to deal with me complaining and crying, but the thunder cut me out, and it made my whole house flicker, so sorry about that. Okay, let's talk about the positives. I promise y'all that I have a lot of positive things to say, I promise. It's not a negative video, I swear. The first thing I'm excited for is the spookiness. They're finally amping up the spookiness after us crying about how Security Breach was like very rarely scary, maybe except for Moon Drop Section, Endoskeleton. That's about all I can think of as of now. But yeah, there was not much scary moments in Security Breach. And I think Steel realized, wow, this is kind of sad on how non-scary the game is, even though it's a horror game. So they went like, alright, we're gonna fix things up, and from what they said, they did a good job on making the game more scarier. So hey, you have my approval, Steelwool. Unless I don't scream, but looking on how terrifying Ruined Monty is, I think this game's gonna scare me. Now for the second thing I'm excited for is the storytelling. Now, for my reasoning, it actually comes from YouTuber Baz, who met up when the FNaF movie was being filmed. And Scott told Baz, hey, I'm going to be very hands-on within the development of Security Breach Ruin. And from what Baz said, okay, so the storytelling should be good. And may I remind you, Baz has like no clue with the story of Security Breach. He's like lost, so if he has faith that Scott can make a good story with this one, then I think I have faith. Now for the third thing I'm excited for is the gameplay. From what we saw in the Ruin gameplay trailer, the gameplay looks like really good actually. Like, I go as far to say it looks a lot more entertaining than what Security Breach had in store, because, well, the gameplay is going to be more linear than open world, and Security Breach being open, it was not really a good idea. They probably should have went to a more linear path than very big open world type beat, you know? So I'm glad that they're improving upon that aspect. And the little cam stations, they look really cool. I mean, the designs are freaking awesome. And I kind of like the idea of like there being like camera stations, as in its name. And it seems to have some multiple gameplays of the cam station too. One where it's just functioning like normal, and one in the Roxy Raceway you get to lure Roxy. So, like I said, it's going to be a lot more linear. So that's really exciting for me, at least. And the weird Among Us puzzle, whatever you call it thing, I don't know, I'm just glad they're doing more puzzles, because I think that's what Security Breach really needed. A simple puzzle. I'm not talking about Mazer size. We do not need puzzles like Mazer size, okay? Okay, Steel? Okay, you understand Mazer size sucks. Let's just move on to the fourth one. Y'all may have not saw this coming, but I know I have, and it's the soundtrack. Because, wow, Security Breach knocked out of the park when it comes to the soundtrack of the game. Like, whew, it's a banger, man. It's on my Spotify even. Like, it's that good. Oh no, I'm starting to sound like, oh yeah, hey, what's up guys? Oh yeah. That's not what, oh yeah, it sounds like. Okay, but some of the scrap music for Security Breach, wow, it would be fitting for Ruin. And you're probably hearing it in the background right now. And if you are, do you agree that's a banger? You have to agree it's a banger, and if you don't, I'll cry, I don't know. Alright, now that we got the negatives and the positives out of the way, let's talk about the things that I really want in the Ruin DLC. Let's start off with Glitch Trap. Now, this fella, this funny rabbit creepy guy, he's like on my top 5 FNaF characters, because he's just really cool. Like, him being a manipulative virus fella, that's awesome. And we didn't even get to see him in like Security Breach, which really bummed me out, actually. Like, we didn't even see his Glitch Trap form, which just upsetted me. But Ruin is a great chance on doing this. I'd do anything to see Glitch Trap, whether it's just him in a different virus form or what, man. And it may seem like my dream will come true on Glitch Trap coming to the Ruin DLC, because I don't know about you, but that guy in the end, that guy screams Glitch Trap to me. I don't know why y'all keep saying Glenn Bonnie, but last time I checked, Glamrocks don't really have 5 fingers last time I checked. But keep cooking, y'all. Now, for the second one, Glamrock Freddy turning against us. Like, I want him to be threatening. I want him to be spooky. I want him to say some scary lines. I want him to be our ally, or maybe I do want him to be our ally, but just like, not the entire time, you get what I mean? I mean, I'm pretty sure Freddy was supposed to turn against us in Security Breach, but that sadly got scrapped, so I think Ruin could make it up for that. And wow, it would be freaking awesome to see Freddy chase us, because I'm not gonna lie, I always thought he had some horror potential, because every time I play Security Breach, Freddy kind of creeps me out, whether it's like him being glitchy as hell, or it's just him just staring at me like some lost kid in Walmart looking for his mom, except very taller than me and have sharp teeth, you know? Now, for the final thing I want there to be a lot of boss fights. Well, as much as boss fights there can be in the DLC, because of course it's not going to be the biggest DLC of all time, but you know, I want there to be some, you know, little fun boss fights, because Security Breach did a decently good job with boss fights. Like Monty, for an example, that was fun. Like running away from him and having to shoot so he can just fall and die, that was pretty cool and pretty intense, actually. Honestly, I'll happily take any form, whether it's like doing it in 3D or we're doing it in an arcade machine. Like, honestly, I will take any form of a boss fight, because I'm kind of a sucker for boss fights. They just have a lot of replayability, and I feel like that could really help Ruin be more fun. You get what I mean? Well, in conclusion, I have faith in Steel that they can make a good DLC, to be honest. I mean, they popped off with Dreadbear, so I think they can pop up with this one. Despite the bugs, and I hope it's not buggy, but we'll have to wait and see. This has been DJ Aiden, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye-bye now.